So I am outside of Philo, Ohio now, here at Blue Rock Station, and I met these folks on couchsurfing.com. But they have just this amazing property here, 40 acres of property here in Ohio, and they have just really embraced resilience and sustainability and innovation in building their properties and stuff. And so you can see behind me, this is the goat barn back there, and I don't know where the goats are. I don't see them today, but they move them from pasture to pasture to keep them moving around, I guess. Anyway, the buildings back there are straw bale homes, so they stack straw bales, and then they take clay and create the plaster basically around here. And as you can see, they have 2 solar arrays now. Jay and Annie Warmke are the owners of the property here, and their biggest business venture, I guess, is teaching people how to install solar panels. And so they've got the solar panels right here, and they've got a number of other innovative and sustainable ways of doing things. Now they have the chicken coop over here. They call it the chicken chalet. Now that is home to peacocks and peahens, and the chickens are somewhere else, but they got some peacocks going on over here. And so they got a really pretty call, which for me could get annoying after a while, but you know, it is what it is. So over here, a lot of the buildings here, the foundations are made out of tires. So they've taken these tires, these are all old tires, and they fill them up with clay and like really pack them in there. It's like a really hard job that I'm leaving too early today to be part of. But they build up these things, and this is the foundation. And so they have like a tiny house kind of thing. It's actually it's just, a little shed, but they're turning it into a little tiny house. And with these tires here, especially here in Ohio, when the winter the ground freezes, and then in the summer it thaws, the whole ground is moving, and so these tires allow for the building to kind of float with that. And so here's another tiny house they have under construction here, and you can see they're making a cistern back here, which they are protecting with these tires here to keep that insulated. And then they've built this mostly out of recycled materials here, and they're still in the process of building it. And you can see, even on the walls, they're using a lot of this mix of straw and clay and all that to make sure this is insulated and nice and tight. And on the inside here as well, they got this different version of playing with that. And so they kind of are very playful in the way that they're building here, and try to use different means that aren't necessarily used in our mainstream way of doing things, which is often wasteful and toxic. But here in Ohio, this was actually the pottery capital of the world for a while, because all of this ground that I'm walking on is clay, and there's clay everywhere, so they make a lot of stuff out of it. And see, we got a woodshed over there. See those logs? I moved those logs yesterday with the help of Annie and a machine. But I did pick some of them up, move them around. So anyway, they have a number of gardens around here, and so they grow a lot of their own food. And we were talking about how I lived my whole year without money. These guys go every year now from December 1st to May 31st without buying anything. They go months without it because they have all of this food, and they can allow for the snow to fall here and survive off of what they've stored up for themselves. So this is the back of the Earth ship that they've built here, and so you can see they've got I think there was like several thousand of those tires they use for the foundation of this thing and to build up around this berm. So basically it uses geothermal kind of heating, and it's a kind of a buried house. So that's what keeps it really nice in the wintertime. It keeps it livable. So he says that even without the heat, it keeps 55 degrees or so in there. And of course they do have a heat source as well. So this is the other side of the Earthship, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this is where I stayed last night. This is the Dragon's Lair, is what they call this one. This is also a little straw bale house, and you can see Around the corner over here, they have a dragon painted on the side. See, the dragon lair. So this also used to be a shed, so that's why it was like the drag in lair. Get it? Get it? Drag in? Anyway, so this is also a little straw bale house. So all these walls were built with straw, and then you put the plaster on over that, and got a little bunk over there, which I already unmade from the night. But I tell you, I slept like great in here. It's got copper ceilings. These things were all repurposed. Pretty much that is like the rule for building around here, is that you're using repurposed materials. So, you know, especially with lumber, the way that it is right now, the way it's priced right now, that can be a very, very challenging commodity to get and a very expensive part of building. But if you're innovative and if you look outside that box, you'll find that people throw away so much stuff we throw away. So if you can access that, well shoot, you can do a lot of stuff. But you know, you gotta be willing to get your hands dirty and think outside the box. And so this is the Dogwood House over there, also another little straw bale house. They have an intern here now, 29-year-old, she's amazing, amazing woman. She's building her own company, studied construction and stuff. And this is Annie. Are you out to milk the goats?
I'm going to go milk the goats. Yes, I am.
Have fun. I didn't see them out there. Are they in another pasture now?
No, they're in the barn.
Oh, okay.
They sleep in. They say
Cool.
we're having a lie-in.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, I see Norman. We're also doing dog treats. Yes, sir.
And of course they got dogs, which are awesome.
Yes, sir.
And so this over here,
Yes,
this is the outdoor composting toilet, which is magical. It has a living roof on it. You can see right there. And then you come in here and you got your little toilet in here, and you got your little wood chips to put in it, and all this becomes compost. And while you're sitting on the can, you can just sit and get this beautiful view, right? So again, I think this is straw bale as well. A lot of the buildings here are straw bale because they're really thick and they're really warming and all that. Oh, so anyway, Destiny is the woman who is staying here and part of their team now, and she's starting Dame Good Construction. So this is this kind of innovative construction, alternative construction, for women by women is her slogan. And so I figure, you know, hey, we white males have had a good run. It's time for other people to do things for themselves, and it's okay. I don't mind being left out of that. But she's really amazing. So I wish she would build my house. Anyway, this is the sunroom, they call it, of the Earth ship. And so this is a stove, pizza oven, that they can make pizza, and this also heats this area. And of course, all these windows are all southern facing, so the sun comes in here and brings in extra heat as well. And so you have this is the actual house part of the house. And so you have a little green area in here. They have bananas, or a banana tree growing. I don't think they've ever had any actual bananas here. But they got a nice little library. And this wood burning stove, they say, is what pretty much heats the whole building during the winter time. When it gets really, really cold outside, it's still, you know, 73 degrees or so in here. And it's really a great little building. And again, they have these southern facing windows. They got a great little kitchen in here. They get their water from the roof because it's goes right into the cistern, and they can just filter that, and it tastes fine. So really just amazing ingenuity out here. And you know, the big keywords are sustainability and resilience, you know. And after what we've seen in the last year, anybody who's paying attention to that kind of thing realizes that, you know, this country is not really in a great state of resilience. A little something breaks down, a lot of stuff breaks down. So it's amazing that we have people like this who are living this way and doing what they can to really preserve and cherish the forests as well. As I said, they have 40 acres here, and you know, you can see they have this wonderful overlook looking over these beautiful hills of Ohio, and they're going to be preserving a lot of this and maintaining it so that it grows properly and healthily. But in the meantime, it's just a really blissful place to come and hang out and spend some time with some really cool people. So this has been my little adventure at Blue Rock Station here. If you're ever in the area in Ohio, feel free to reach out to them. They love having visitors and showing people around, as long as you're cool, which I just happen to be. So anyway, they're doing a lot of great stuff, and we'll see what happens further down the road. See ya.